Assalamualaikum. Welcome to another video of our JavaScript. In today's video, we're going to learn how to do a BMI calculation. This is what we're write in centimeters and our G. And after we press on this calculate button, it will show our BMI. Okay, and if you press on this reset button, it will reset our whole form. And since we're going to do our JavaScript from scratch, I'm just going to remove it and start from. And before we start, we have to see some stuff in our HTML file. See that we have height class for our height, weight class for our input, a btn class for our calculate button, a result class for showing our, and a reset button setting our form. Okay, so let's get these stuffs here first. Select btn start b, and we have to do the same for our result and set button. Set, we are gonna get the height and weight a bit, and I'll tell you why. Now we have to create a function named suppose calculate BMI. So now we have to tell our code when this calculate BMI is gonna get called. So of course it's gonna get called when we are pressing on this btn button. You have to you know add an event here. So add event listener, and what is happening when we're clicking on it. Okay, and it is calling calculate BMI. So we are done calling making our function and adding event to it. Now all we have to do is calculate the BMI. Now we have to get our height and weight. We are using that here because we find the value of height a bit later. Use const here, you won't be able to get it. Okay, that is why we are dot select getting it using the height class. And since it is a input field, we have to get the value of it. Okay, value of it. Same goes for the weight. Just have to change the variable name. Now we are done getting the height and weight. Before we calculate our BMI, let's just error handling. If our user now not like characters instead of numbers in our input, or just puts empty string, it will show some throw some errors in our in our project. And this is how, if height is equal to empty string, or if height is not a number, check it using the NN function. Right, it is built return that please provide a valid height, and we are showing that message in this result. Okay, so what is result set result dot html is height valid height. Okay, we're gonna do the same for our weight too. We're just gonna have to change the variable name. Please provide a valid weight. Done. And if none of this error happens, we are just going to calculate our BM. So first of all, we have to know how formula for calculating BMI. Here you can see that we have to divide kg with um, height, which is in meter squared. Height which is in meter, and that height should be squared. Okay, so right now we are taking input from our users in centimeters, right? So we have to transform our centimeter height to meter height. Let's do it first. Height equal to height by 100, which transform our height meter, like centimeter to meter. Okay, now we have to start calculating our BMI. We have add a variable weight divided by metered height square. Okay, metered height square. And how we're going to do it? We there's a JavaScript built-in function for it. We can do math and write math.pow, which adds power to it, and a power height. And how much power we're going to add? We're going to add 2, so it's a square. And after we are calculating this, probably there will be a lot of numbers after the point, like the answer could be 56.79 blah blah blah. So we don't want all these numbers. We only want um decimal numbers to second. Okay, we just want 6 and 7. What we are gonna do is we are fixed, say that we want numbers till done. Now we have to say which BMI indicates what. See that normal BMI is 18.5 to 20, underweight is like is 5 to 29.9, is 30 and above. And since it's gonna get pretty boring if I write it down, also copy it from somewhere and put it here. Okay. So here we are saying that if our BMI is less than 18.5, our result, it will show that are underweight, and it will show the BMI result too. And if our BMI is greater than or equal to 18.5 and BMI is less than 24.9, it will show that your BMI is normal. And if it is higher or equal to 25 or less than 29.9, it will show that you are overweight. And if it is greater than 30, we're just gonna say that you are obese. Okay, now let's see if it works or not. Right. Okay, see, it says. And now if you can like, this one thing that we can't see our reset button here. All right, so we have to show our reset button now. What we're gonna do is, normally our reset button is actually hidden, so we have to display it after doing all these stuffs. So here we are getting our reset button, and what we're gonna do is gonna change the style of it. Okay, reset dot style. And since, sorry, reset dot style, and since it is hidden all the time, we have to change the display of it. Display is gonna be block when all the functionalities are done. Okay, display. Let's see if it works. Right, 160. See, we can see our reset button now. If we press on it now, nothing nothing happens. So we have to create another function here to to say that if reset button is pressed, you gotta reset the whole form. Okay, so we add an event listener in our reset listener, and when it's clicking, it's gonna happen. And instead of, we can create a function named setting set. We didn't create the function yet, we're just going to function set. What we're gonna do is, when reset is happening, we are gonna clear our form. For that we have to get the form. You'll see that we have a form here, so we have to get this and clear it. And very select, and since it's not a class, all you have to do is just put form here instead of a, and set function, the JavaScript built. And after it is done, we are gonna hide our reset button again. Okay, we are gonna hide our reset. Okay, let's see if it works first. Okay, hide 160. So the reset button, it is resetting our form, but it is not hiding our hiding our previous BMI, or nor it is hiding it is a reset button. Okay, so for that we have to change the style of it. Reset style display is gonna be hidden again. done here, and we're gonna um, hide our result too. Okay, result style display. Okay, here, see if it works. 160, calculate, reset. See, our BMI calculator is done. Okay, so let me just recap the whole thing for a bit. So here we are getting all the BTN button result and the reset, and here we an event listener, and when the click event is happening, we are calling calculate function. Here we are getting the height and weight, and here we are doing some error handling, that if our height or weight is not a number, or if user put the empty string here, it will show some errors, it will show them some message. And if not, none of these error happens, we are going to calculate our BMI here by, and first of all we have to um transform our centimeter height to meter height. If you are taking input by meter, you don't need to do this part, you don't need a three number line. Okay, and then we are calculating BMI here. We are dividing our weight by height meter square, and then we are calling this function to fixed to show only to only second number after the. Okay, and then we are showing that if this BMI, if that is the BMI is this, what BMI is yours. If it is less than 18.5, you're underweight, and so on. Okay, and here we are um, um, made a function for our reset button, that if reset button is called, it will hide all the button of the result. All right, so I hope this video helps you making a BMI, and yeah, keep tuned for more uh, more enjoyable projects. That's it for today. Bye bye.